Okay, dear students, today we are going to start the new chapter Force and Motion. In this chapter, we'll come to know about definition of rest and motion, definition of force and its unit. Similarly, explanation of the different types of motion as well as definition of speed and velocity. Now, rest. What is rest? Try to understand the definition. A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings. Just look at this picture. The boy is studying, he is sitting on his chair. Now look his surroundings. You can see table, table lamp, globe, windows, walls, etc. The boy is simply sitting. What does it mean? It means he is not changing his place with respect to his surroundings. That's why we can say that with respect to his surroundings, the boy is at rest. Similarly, you look this picture. Here you can see buildings, trees, mountains, poles. All these are stationary. No anything is changing its place with respect to another. So it means all these are buildings, trees, poles, mountains. They are at rest. So we have come to know as examples the boy sitting in a room, trees, buildings, poles, etc. are the examples of rest. Similarly, now the motion. Motion, we can say that it's just the reverse of rest. In rest, we have come to know that rest is whenever a body does not change its position with respect to its surrounding, then we conclude that the body is at rest. But what is motion? Just reverse. So a body is said to be in motion if it changes its position with respect to its surroundings. For example, people walking on the road, an aeroplane flying in the sky, similarly, buses and cars running on the road, similarly, flowing water, etc., are the examples of motion because they are changing their position with respect to their surroundings. So, as example, we have come to know persons walking on the road, a flying aeroplane in the sky, running vehicles on the road, flowing water, etc. are examples of motion because in each case we have seen they were changing their position with respect to their surroundings. That's why they all were in motion. Now we have come to know that actually rest and motion they are relative terms. So, what does it mean? It means the same object may be at rest when compared to an object, but the same object may be in motion when compared to another object. For example, a person sitting in a moving train is at rest with respect to his fellow passengers, but is in motion with respect to the objects outside the train. This is the situation when object in one situation can be rest, but in another situation the same object is in motion. Hence, rest and motion are relative to each other. Another example, a person sitting in his house is at rest, but with respect to earth, it is in motion with respect to other planets. So we can conclude that rest and motion are not absolute, but they are relative terms. Okay, dear children, for today this much only. Rest we will discuss in our next class. Thank you very much.